The Tech Hub, there's lots of fun things to do here. There's a Cricut where you can make stickers. There's computers. You can make projects, play games. We have drawing tablets, so you can draw on the computers. We have our music studio where you can record anything you want, basically.
What did you record here?
There's I recorded a song with our prevention program Step Up here, so don't know when that's coming out. But there's a concert October 7th.
Yep, this weekend.
Yep.
Tell us where.
At the high school.
Okay,
At
fantastic.
High school. There's Xboxes, PlayStations in the other room. There's like virtual reality, like Oculus. There's
We have snacks.
lots of snacks.
And
Free
there's-
dinner Monday through Thursday.
Yeah,
Nice.
dinner's provided. What grades can come?
Yours is supposed to be
6 through 12. Grades 6 through 12 can come. I think that's it.
Can you tell us about some of the other projects that you guys have done or you've heard other people doing?
Oh, yeah, this project, there's one right behind you. Somebody drew that on one of the drawing pads. So we printed it
Nice.
and stuck it up there.
We sometimes we make posters here, like for homecoming we make
Yeah.
candidate posters,
On
like
Canva.
stickers, buttons.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do my homework a lot of the time.
Yeah, I do my homework.
And my friends come here.
Oh, where's your keychain?
They use the computers for computer apps to do spreadsheets and all that stuff.
Well, we can make keychains on the Cricut. You print like a little sticker and you stick it onto the keychain base.
And you can make stickers. You can make shirts. We were gonna make homecoming.
Oh yeah, we have a
shirts.
sublimation printer and a heat press.
Yep, we made T-shirts for our trip to the cities.
Yeah, we made coasters, or not coasters, like the
Koozies.
koozies. Yeah.
Tell me more about the Cricut.
It's over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can make anything almost. Here's some. These are what some people have made. Like these are just stickers.
Fantastic.
Yeah, those are the vinyl ones, but
Yeah, these
then
are fall ones.
we got the sticker paper, and we're learning to use that as well. So if you look on the printer, that Tech Hub sticker is just a normal sticker, and it's not that vinyl, so it doesn't have to be like pressed on and used through that transfer paper.
Yeah, this is how it works. This is our keychain. This is all the paper.
The vinyl sticky stuff.
And kids have learned how to do stuff themselves, so they don't need help.
Well,
but sometimes they still need.
That was my next question. Is this all kind of a self-taught or helping each other, peer teaching, or have you got classes that happen
Yeah.
here too?
Well, for the first few days, like I show them and I help them, and then like they just go by themselves and like ask for help, or you just like check in with them. And they've gotten really good at it. This is our scrap drawer.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah.
And all our tools.
Everyone's got that drawer.
And like with classes, there's like programs you can take here. So like this summer, I took a brand guide creation class where we picked a brand that we want to like redesign. So I picked Twitter and I turned it into like a Taylor Swift based communication app. And so it was called like Swifter or something. And so I did that, and then we had where we made a calendar with the tribes from Arizona. So students from their Boys and Girls Club and our Tech Hub, we zoomed and we used a program called Magma where we can both draw on the same drawing pad at the same time.
Nice.
So we made like a calendar kind of thing.
Yeah, we're still working on that one, but it's
Yeah.
in the Ojibwe and the Otham language. So the
Okay.
calendar is split, and then it's translated through the month, and then the art is based on that translation.
Yeah.
And then another program, I don't think either of you guys were here for it, but this summer during the summer school, we had a partnership with them where the kids from summer school would come here after their classes and they got their credits. And then we worked with Rem 5 Studios down in the Twin Cities, who they're kind of the leaders in AR and VR technology. And they taught a program here on building worlds in virtual reality and accessing them through the metaverse.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, our kids got to build their own worlds there and access them with the VR headsets.
I just think that's amazing.
Yeah, it was super cool. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was, but the kids took to it, and they made it seem easy.
Yeah, I think right now we're working on a photography class.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the graphic designer who came and taught the class, she's also a professional photographer, and I have a personal relationship with her because me and Michelle both graduated with her. So she comes in and teaches classes for us.
Yeah, because my friends were gonna take our other friends' senior pictures, and then we're gonna like edit them here and like learn how to do that. So that's exciting.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could almost make a business of something like that.
Yeah, it's very. I don't know. I like it.
I mean, you were selling your keychains the first couple days.
Yeah, my. Oh, where are they at?
I don't know. We wish we had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is-
This is what
I have a couple of them.
we were making, like with the Cricut.
Yeah.
These keychains and selling them, or like kids got to come here and make them themselves too.
Yeah, Tiona, it was like her first week, and she was like, "If you can either, I'll make one for you for $5, or you can just come here and I'll teach you how to make it for free."
And then lots of people came.
So yeah,
Well,
That's why.
that is some excellent marketing right there.
yeah, I was grateful because she was getting kids here and not charging them, so it was a win-win for us for sure.
That's great.
Yeah.
So tell me again what age folks come here. Did you say 6th grade?
Well,
Yes.
12, yeah.
6 through 12.
6th through 12th?
Yeah, so like 12 to like 18 or whatever.
And now, do you see some trends at the different ages?
Yeah.
yeah,
Like what?
Mostly middle school.
yeah.
Yeah. But we're trying to target our programming more towards high schoolers to kind of build those career skills and that portfolio and kind of lead them into these new opportunities with technology advancing in the workforce.
Yeah, I think it's finally starting to go though, because most people are just like go to sports practice, go home. But since I've started working here, a lot of my friends come, and now they're like, oh, telling other people like I can do my computer apps homework here, and just like yeah, it's and Faith, my other friend Faith, does like applications with Tristan for work and all.
Yeah, we've
Applications.
Like
for
job.
yeah,
Job application.
she was applying for a nursing home, and then we had another kid. She was in the nursing program for college, so she applied for a nursing home, and we helped her build a resume here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's fantastic. And is that one-on-one, or do you have classes, or is this something she's
so it's
learning in school and then
Yeah, right now it's
practicing?
one-on-one, but if the community decided it was something that we needed, we could absolutely run a class on that. Right now we're taking a survey on the program that's most desired, so we listed all the programs that we have connections to do, and then we had the kids rank them on what they would want to do. So that's how we're going to decide our programming for this upcoming next quarter of the year.
It sounds like those surveys are still out, or do you have an idea?
Yeah, they're still out. I have an idea-ish of what kids are going to pick, but we kind of knew that going into it, you know? Like the photography one scored high, which we knew because we had kids come here and say they wanted to do photography, so yeah. And then we have one, drones are kind of scoring high, but we're in the process of working with a partner to develop that program, so yeah.
How to drive drones, or how to?
Yeah, to get licensed
Okay.
to pilot them, so then you could do land surveying for people, or you can do videography.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And now, looking forward, what kind of programs would you like to do?
I mean, those are both ones we haven't done and we're trying to look to do. And then I think, I don't know, it's interesting because it feels like the kids are always kind of changing on what they want, and it's more of like, how can I use this program for what I'm interested in, and less what program am I interested in?
Yeah.
So like if a kid's
Yeah.
really into music, they're like, how can I use Photoshop to relate to music compared to like only taking programs based on music? So it's more, I want to get ones that are kind of diverse in here, where kids can put their own interest into it, so then they're motivated to learn.
Well, and I suppose once you have one kid who's doing it, then you have a resident expert.
That was the thing with the Cricut, was before Nichelle, the assistant coordinator, she was the only person who knew how to run the Cricut. And then the second Tiona started working here through that ambassador program, she learned it, and then within a week she was the expert, and now we have other kids who are like, oh, I can help kids.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Are there any surprises that anything you've learned that you were surprised to learn since they've opened? How long have you been open? I should ask you some of the.
We're coming up on a year now. We opened
Okay.
the week before Thanksgiving last year. So, yeah, things we've learned.
Well, at this point, I'll even say, if you could give yourself some advice from last year, what would you tell yourself if you could go back in the future?
I don't know, that's tough because I came from a role before where I wasn't a coordinator. I was just at Boys and Girls Club as a floor staff. So there's just been a lot to learn in like the leadership and like taking that responsibility and all the behind the scenes things that you don't see with like the paperwork and the meetings and
Yeah.
like the scheduling and stuff. So I don't know if it would be advice as much as just like preparing myself in general for the change of like going from just working with kids to like working in a business sense as well.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
A surprise that I had is about like 80, between 80 and 90 of our attendance is Native American and from communities. So we have activity buses after school that pick them up, and they go 2 routes, Ball Club, Bina, and then up to Inger and S Lake. So 6 o'clock, all our kids will go. So without that transportation, we don't have kids. And then to see our data was really surprising.
Well, that kind of leads to the next question. As you say, without transportation, people are talking about food and snacks. What other non-technical resources do you need to make it easier for folks to come?
Social and emotional learning. You need to be able to have conversations with kids about everything. And, you know, we asked one of the kids, what's your favorite thing about Tech Hub? And they're like, it's not school and it's not home. So it's like a third bedroom that they get to have that is just free, and we build relationships, and yeah.
To kind of piggyback off that, I think we're really lucky, and when we opened, I've had 8 years experience at Boys and Girls Club. Alex, the other assistant in there, he has 4 years existence there. Nichelle has been a big part of her community, and she was part of their youth program for Leech Lake. So we had these relationships with most of these kids already. So when we first opened, it wasn't like we were meeting these kids for the first time. They've
Sure.
already known us. So I think that really kind of helped. And like Nichelle knows parents of these kids, like she can get a hold of them just to kind of check in. And I think that really has helped build a solid core of who attends the most.
And you're kind of building a cohort of folks who are really comfortable with all kinds of technology, not just as a consumer, but as a producer.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the goals, is to make it so these kids have the tech available and the skills, so if they go into a job where it's needed, it's just a second language to them. It's not something that they have to learn as they go.
Anything else anyone wants to?
Yeah,
Oh,
we have
well,
another room
all right,
back
well, let's get going.
Okay. That's the lounge room. That's where it's a lot more relaxed.
Oh,
Lorna, I love your pin. Your disability pride pin on your back.
So we have the TVs in here. We have whoever wants to can sign into their Hulu or their Netflix here. I usually just keep mine on. We have the PlayStation. We have the Xbox. So after project time, and we serve dinners at about 4:30. Then after that, you can have your free time to just hang out. I mean, some kids choose to just do their free time in general, which it's okay. I think most of the kids kind of select that nice self-balance of doing projects to
Sure.
hanging out, you know. And if we have a kid who dedicates himself to a project for a week and they want to spend a week doing just sitting on the couch, it's perfectly
That's-
fine. Like, you
yeah.
put in that work. And then I was gonna say we have that couch there. It's a big like draw, really. It's shocking how many kids like come in and like their eyes just widened up from seeing a couch. Yeah. I like it. And I think it really helps when we have a couple party games on the Xbox, so it's ones that everyone can play at once with only one controller. So it's really nice to get everybody kind of crowded around, and like kids are like leaning on the couch because there's not enough space. So it's like, yeah, I think that sets up a really fun environment as well. And then up here we have just our snacks. We partner with the full service community schools to get snacks through the food shelf. And then our fridge is pretty empty right now, but we usually have fruits, and then we have some milk and stuff. And then we get our meals every Monday through Thursday from Community Cafe, which is a program in town that just has free meals. So somebody will drive and pick those up after we look at the attendance sheet for who has what. And then in that partnership with the school as well, if a kid ever needs clothes or winter gear, we can send them to the community closet that the school has.
Nice.
Yeah,
So it's very full service.
that's the goal, for sure. Trying to hit those, like the tech equity, social emotional learning, and then just providing the basic needs.
Nice, nice. You alluded to being open in the summer. Will you be open over the holidays?
If there's a demand for it, but the thing is during the summer we don't get kids because they don't have transportation. So we had a partnership with the Leech Lake Education Division, and they let us use a van to drive and get kids in the summer. So we had 8 kids a day because that's how many kids the van could hold. So during the holidays, there isn't as much of a demand because the kids can't get here. So we do close during the holidays.
Well, it sounds like the transportation is the bottleneck, that you would have more than 8 kids, that you would have people coming here if they could.
I like to think that's true, yeah. It's hard to guarantee because some days during the school year, even when we have transportation, we get 10 kids, and then other days we'll have 28 kids. there's no rhyme or reason
No.
to these patterns. It's just some days all the kids want to show up, and then other days you only get your core group who are there.
Well, and I think that no matter what you're doing,
Yeah.
it's Minnesota weather, it's what else is going on, it's are the Twins in the playoffs,
Yeah.
you know, everything under the sun kind of
Exactly. Yeah.
it kind
Did
of
you
comes
talk
into it.
about our basketball party we had here? Or?
No, I completely forgot. So Tiona set it up last year. It was
Oh yeah, the cheer. Well, I'm a cheerleader, so
Okay.
we had the girls basketball team, and then the cheerleaders come here for like team dinner and like team bonding. So that was really nice.
yeah, we closed it down to everyone else to host that event. That's something that we really look towards doing is hosting events for these groups because it gets new people in here, but it gets them in here with people who they're comfortable with. Because I think that's kind of one of the holdups is when you hear it's a tech hub, you don't know what to expect. There aren't
Yeah.
other ones. So that if you're coming here with a group of people who you're already comfortable with, you're more ready to kind of be open to the idea of it.
And did that event include some tech demonstrations or making folks keychains or just showing them what was around
Well,
or?
this was last winter when they first opened, so it was kind of just like an introduction and like talk, and we played games like get to know each other games like team building, so that was good. And right now I'm trying to work on getting, because I'm a senior and I'm the president of the senior class, so
Okay.
getting something over here where we can like design our own shirts and stuff during the school, but it's just the beginning of the year, so.
Well, and what a difference it makes to have such a power user who really is a natural marketer and community builder. I mean, that is often what it takes is one strong, and
Yep.
many strong people. But
That was a goal we'd had from the beginning before we opened was hiring somebody in an ambassador role to just be able to promote to the youth. And then the program just kind of kept getting pushed back because there were so many other things, and we finally got to the point where we're like, we need to get teens here from that 9th to 12th grade. And Tiona was the perfect candidate, being a cheerleader. She got kids here, senior class president, and she'd already shown up here on her own, like just willingly. So it just made sense. And then our numbers have really shown it. I think since she's been here for the past 3 weeks, we've had 12 new high schoolers roughly.
Nice.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but given
Well-
last year our attendance was 82 total unique kids, which is about 20% of the school.
Well, I was going to say how many kids in the school?
When I was doing the math, I think it was about 450-ish.
Yeah,
Okay,
So
that's 6 through 12.
yeah.
I was going to thank you.
Yep. So that 80 we hit was close to the 20-ish% of total kids. So then getting 12 new kids in our target demographic that we're trying to recruit was a huge bump.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, Shane, have you got your eye on someone to replace you next year?
I probably
Bringing it,
Yeah, I was
starting
gonna
to,
say.
starting to mentor someone along,
Yeah.
show them the ropes.
Taylor would make the perfect sense. She wants to go to school for teaching. She's doing a Youth Leads Youth program right now through Minnesota Extensions program. And I mean,
Yeah.
she was
She's
talking
in
about- everything she's involved in already. So kids really look up to her in the school. She's got that personality that people are drawn to. So I think it would make a lot of sense to have that be the next step.
Like everything I do, I wouldn't say I train, but she's right next to me. Like student council, she's my VP because I'm the president. So, and then I ran for president for junior class and I got it. And then when she was a junior, she did it. So like, we're kind of a lot alike.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. And we run all like the social medias for school, so it's easy to share stuff to get the word out. So yeah.
That is impressive that they trust you with something like that.
Yeah.
I run a lot of accounts for social media people, and people will say, "I'll volunteer for that." I gotta know you first.
Yeah.
I mean, that really speaks highly.
Yeah.
It's going good. I think it's got a lot more people like to events and stuff too, and to know more
absolutely.
about like dress up days for homecoming.
Very nice. I am very, very impressed. Is there anything else that you want to tell?
Probably. I just can't think of it at this moment. I know there's so much pressure with that camera on there.
No, you guys have done a great job. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Did you want to say something?
I don't really have much to speak about except this place is pretty awesome and everybody should have an opportunity to come check it out.
Nice.
It has a lot of cool gear and a lot of cool tech. We have a music studio.
He's our music studio expert.
Yep, I work
Okay.
in the music studio a little
Yeah.
bit. We can sing, we can produce, we can rap, we can also do like podcasting because we have a high quality microphone. We also have noise canceling headphones too, so and a studio room, so that kind of makes the perfect extra for a recording session.
Do you have some place where you make these recordings available to the public?
We possibly could export it online using the internet to streaming services. Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Very good.
One of the things is kids are super hesitant to use the music studio because it's
Yeah.
such a new equipment and it's so intimidating. So the song that Alex helped produce was in partnership with Thomas X, who's a rapper in Red
Oh,
Lake.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and then we had
Awesome.
we had 4 kids from the school on that song as well. So once we had a musician here who has, you know, a reputation, the kids were way more excited to do it. But outside of that, the kids just kind of they'll make beats with Alex, but they won't sing over them, or they'll go do karaoke, but they won't like learn how to produce it because they want it at that simpler level. So it's right now it's a lot of working in that introduction.
Okay.
But we're working with McPhail down in the cities
Yep.
to bring a music program here as well, depending on the testing on our surveys.
Okay.
But it's going to be down in the cities either way, because the cities. So there's another tech hub in the cities, and they have high demand for it. So we're testing it there, and then depending on our survey, we'll bring it here as well.
So that be an online partnership? I know they have done online
Some of
training.
them are hybrid.
Okay.
I don't know what theirs would be. It's so far out because they're starting there, and then we're seeing if it's what our youth want.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say online for sure, hybrid potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couple trips.
Yep.
Probably going north and south. I mean, that's
Probably just coming north. We've done one field trip, but it was a big thing to set up. So it'll probably just be they would come down for a 2-day thing.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
fantastic to see.